Memory, good and bad. A person's memory can be like a mansion with many rooms. Some of the rooms you visit frequently, while others you may not enter for many years. As you age, some of these rooms may change, and you may remember things slightly differently than how they actually happened. In other cases, the room may stay the same, but the doors may become locked. Sometimes this room can only be unlocked if you find a special key. Some of these rooms you may enjoy visiting. Some of them you may just wish the door stayed shut. One of the keys that can often unlock a person's memory is a specific sensory input.
A person's memory is a specific sensory input, something you can see, smell, touch, taste, or hear. There is the famous case of novelist Marcel Proust.
Marcel Proust, who tastes a margarine, and it caused him to suddenly remember an enormous amount of his childhood memories that had previously been locked away. He was on to write a 7-volume novel called In Search of Lost Time, in which he explored his memory and what they mean to him. Proust might not have written this volume exactly as there had he not eaten that fatal margarine.
As for demonstrate why we consciously summon certain memory. For example, if you try to think of your mother's face, you can almost certainly do it. There are also that visits us inventory. This has to do with how human brain is wired. The sensor process are the way for your brain to monitor what's going on outside. When you receive a particular sensory input, meaning one of your senses is stimulated, that sense will send a signal to your brain telling the information it just received. For example, when Pooh tastes his cookie, the cell receptor on his tongue sends a message to his brain telling it how Madeline tastes. The message are signal transmitted along nerve cells until they reach to the brain. When the brain receives this signal, it processes them and controls the body reaction to them.
When a nerve signal reaches the brain can react in a multitude of ways. Often, the signal will trigger immediate behaviors or memories that happen automatically without conscious decisions on your part. For example, let's say about your barefoot and you step on something sharp. You probably wouldn't have time to think. In this case, your brain sends a signal to your foot telling it to move away from the sharp object. Not all behaviors your brain tells you to do are the best choices. If you are walking in the woods and you see a bear, in this case, the brain will likely produce a hormone called adrenaline, which causes your body to gain energy and alertness. It may also send a signal to your legs that says run. However, in this case, running from a bear is a bad idea. Instead, experts say people should back away from the bear at a slow pace. If you run, the bear is more likely to chase. Hopefully, you will remember this fact, and the next time you see a bear in the woods, your brain will access the memory of what to do.
The way the brain reacts to what is sent often has a lot to do with how it has learned to reach in the past. Consider the case of the soldier who goes to war.
When the soldier is on a battlefield, he or she very frequently feels unsafe. The soldier may believe that the enemy could strike at any time. As part of his or her training, the soldier has learned to stay alert of any sign of danger, and if one is detected, to react immediately. This is often very important, and as hesitation could result in harm way to the soldier or his or her fellow soldier. Good soldiers often learn to react automatically to certain kind of danger, much like how people would react automatically when they step on something sharp. For example, if soldiers hear a gunshot, they may react by dropping to the ground to avoid getting hit by a bullet.
While these reactions may serve the soldier extremely well in a combat zone, they may not be as useful when he or she is at home. In fact, the soldier may have to spend some time readjusting to being in a place where the potential of danger is low. This is because the brain has become used to reacting to certain inputs in a particular way, or may need sometimes to be trained to react in a different way. For example, on the battlefield, the brain might have learned to react to the sound of an airplane by producing adrenaline to prepare the soldier for action. However, if the soldier is away from the battlefield and hears a plane, this injection of adrenaline probably wouldn't help much. Soldiers, particularly soldiers who have been deeply affected by their time in combat, may, like Proust, be overwhelmed by a flood of memories when they receive certain sensory inputs. While some of these memories may be positive, others may be distressing. The 1998 film Saving Private Ryan features scenes of the historic D-Day landing at Normandy Beach that were recreated in incredible detail. In the battle, many soldiers were killed. When the film was released, there were reports of veterans, particularly World War II veterans, who grew deeply disturbed at seeing the battle scene in part. This was because by recreating the sight and sounds of battle, the film had unlocked many memories the veterans had of war, some of which were very painful.
Sometimes, triggering memories can be valuable for healing. Every year, many veterans visit the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. The memorial is a long vault into which the names of U.S. soldiers who died in the war are etched. Veterans visit the wall for many reasons, but it is nearly always an experience that draws us many emotional memories. Seeing the names and touching the wall can hurt, but it can also remind people of trust friends whom they lost the war. Without the war, these memories might stay locked in a room.